Hello and welcome to Bits and Bytes Programming. My name is GN Vagish and today I'll be showing how we can set our computer for app development. We are going to develop apps using a SDK called Flutter. Flutter lets developers create cross-platform apps using just a single code base with Dart programming language. So without wasting much time, we'll just get started with the setup process. So to add Flutter support to your computer, just open up your favorite browser and just search for Flutter. The very first link appearing will be their official website, that is flutter.dev. Click on that. We'll reach this amazing looking website. Scroll down and click on this get started, or click on this get started at the top right corner. Both of them will work. This will navigate us to the installation page where we need to select our specific operating system that we are running currently. I am running Windows, so I'll click on Windows. Here you will get the system requirements for Flutter development on your computer. There's operating system requirements, disk space and tools that you need. This Windows PowerShell is pre-installed in Windows 10. For other version of Windows, you might need to install it. Git, we are going to use it for downloading Flutter using this Git repository from here. Else we can click on this download button under the get the Flutter SDK. Just click on that and the download should begin. Once the download is done, open your Explorer, navigate to the place where you have downloaded. In my case, inside the downloads folder, just extract this zip file. It will take some time as it has many packages inside it. So now the extraction is completed. Just open up this folder, the extracted one, and you will find a subfolder called Flutter. Just copy this folder, go to your local drive, that is C drive generally, create a new folder called SRC and paste this Flutter folder which we got inside this SRC folder. It will take some time. Once it's pasted successfully, open Flutter folder. Now open bin. Now we need to copy this path so that we can add it to our environment variables. Copy it. Then search for environment variables in your search. You will get this new window here. Click on this environment variables. You will have a bunch of them. Just double click on this path variable under users. Click on new and just paste it. I have done it once. I'm doing it again. There's no problem with that. Click on OK. If you want, you can do the same with system variables also. Finally, click on OK. And now the variables are added successfully. Click on OK. And I prefer restarting the computer once so that we get a better effect of it. Instead, we can just directly search for cmd, that is command prompt of Windows, and just run a command to check if Flutter is successfully installed on our computer. The command is flutter doctor. Once you run this command, it will list the summary of the things that are missing and needs to be added again. Let's just wait for it. The first one, it says Flutter stable channel 1.22.2. that was the version that we downloaded and the latest version at the time of making this video. Below that we have some other ones which say that there is an error, like not an error exactly, because that specific plugin or that license is not there. We'll do that setup in the IDE setup part. Now successfully we have added Flutter support to our computer, and now it's time to set the IDE and the emulator. We'll develop apps using Android Studio. To download that, just search for Android Studio in your browser. The very first link will be their official website. Click on that. That will bring us to this installation page where we need to click on this download Android Studio. At the time of making this video, the version was 4.1 and the size on Windows 64-bit operating system, it was 896 MB. Just click on this download and check this box here. Click on download Android Studio for Windows. It will download the exe file. I have successfully downloaded and installed Android Studio. At the time of installation, leave everything as default, and when it comes to configuring Android Studio, there when it asks for SDK which is not installed yet, you can just leave everything as default and let Android Studio download the default one. After installing, you will get something like this where we have options like create new project, open an existing project, get it from version control, and many more. Now we are interested in configuring Flutter for this. So to do that, we need to add the plugins Flutter and Dart. Click on this configure at the bottom and click on plugins under that. This will take us to the plugin marketplace where we need to search for Flutter, and the very first one will be from flutter.dev, which is the official plugin. Click on install and it will ask the Flutter plugin requires Dart plugin to be installed, which we want, so click on install. At the same time, even Dart plugin will be installed, which we will be using to design the UI and the functioning of our app. Once it's done, it will restart IDE. Click on restart and it will restart Android Studio. Let's wait for it. It has restarted successfully, and now we have a new option saying start new Flutter project. So click on that. And there you go, we have our Flutter integrated with Android Studio. Now the next thing we are going to do is like create the first Flutter app. So now let's create our first Flutter app. Click on this create a new Flutter project. We'll get 4 options. Click on the first one which says Flutter application and click on next. Now we need to give our project name. Make sure everything is in lowercase. I'm gonna give first underscore app, and the next one is Flutter SDK path. So we need to set where the path of our SDK is. So click on these 3 dots, or if you want you can directly install it from clicking here install SDK. As we have already installed it, we'll just click on these 3 dots. It will ask us the location of it. We had stored it in our local drive, that is C drive, under src folder, and which is named Flutter. Click on OK, and now it says project location should not contain any white spaces. Just ignore this warning. Now it asks for the project location where we want to store it. I have already provided one, and here in the description you can give whatever you want. I'll just give the first Flutter app and just click on next. Here we need to add the package name which we want. By default I had given it as org.mypackagename. Here under Android X you can enable it, and under platform channel language you can just include both of them, so that there is a Kotlin support and then Swift support for iOS and Android code. Finally click on finish, and this should create our first Flutter project. So the project is created successfully, and it's time to run this code. There are 2 ways to run or debug this program. One using an emulator that runs on a computer, and the one using a physical device itself. Let's go with the emulator setup. Click on this AVD manager at the top. This window pops up where we need to click on this create virtual device. Then among these devices we can select any one. I'm gonna choose Pixel for XL. Click on next, and here we need to download or select any one image that we want to run on our emulator. I'm gonna select Oreo 27 version. Just click on next. I have already downloaded that. After clicking on next, you will get an option to name your AVD. I'm gonna just name it as code. You can change the dimensions of your emulator from here. You can change even the version from here. Let's leave everything as default and just click on finish. This will create our Android virtual device, that's the AVD. Let's wait for it to be created. So now it says that our emulator is created here. To run that, you just need to click on this play button at the top. So after clicking on that play button, it will directly launch the AVD. As you can see in the bottom, it says starting AVD. Let's just wait for the AVD to start and for the first boot to be completed. The emulator is up and running now after its first boot. As you can see, it is running on Android version 8.1, that's Oreo. Now we will just run this program on this emulator. Each and every time opening and closing emulator or minimizing it is a tricky work. So what we can do is we can make this emulator be static on our screen. To do that, just click on these three dots which says more, go to settings and enable this emulator always on top. This will always keep our emulator at the top and no need to minimize it each and every time. So what we need to do for running it is just click on this play button at the top. As soon as we click on it, it will directly launch this program onto the emulator. Once it builds it, so the app has been successfully launched on the emulator. This is the default app that every time appears, that's been coded by the Flutter team as default one. It just consists of a floating button at the bottom, which when clicked, this text from 0 it changes to the next one that gets incremented. We'll start with the widgets and all from the next week onwards. Thanks for watching this video. If you feel it was helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you have any problems, feel free to comment it below. If you don't know what we are going to do on this Bits and Bytes programming channel, make sure to go to the channel and check the overview video. Thank you.